This this may very well be the last Nate Wants to Battle content you'll see. When I started this channel, this was a silly side project. I was in a pop punk band. I was doing, quote, serious covers. I was working a job as a music tutor that barely paid while living in my parents' house. All that while going through a pretty rough breakup. I was confused. I was tired. I was overall not great. Video games were a very important release for me. I had also created what I would call at the time my side channel and wanted something lighthearted, something fun. Pokemon was no doubt one of the most important things of my childhood, so I called it Nate Wants to Battle. In June of 2012, I was driving home from the gym and Payphone by Maroon 5 was on the radio. Yes, it was 10 years ago, so I was still listening to the radio. I was also trying to learn competitive Pokemon play. Black and White had been out for a couple years, and Black and White 2 were just around the corner. And on my drive home, these lyrics for Payphone just started popping into my head. And they were about Pokemon. And 2 hours later, I had created I'm at a Center, my first ever Pokemon parody. And it worked. It worked, man. Nothing I had ever done in my life as a musician had ever performed that well. And nothing had also gained that much traction in such a short amount of time. So I rolled with it. I combined my love for making music and my love for video games and just kept combining them and making parodies off of popular songs about video games. And before I knew it, I was moving out of my parents' house into my first apartment to pursue this full time, to be a YouTuber. It was slow and steady growth for the next few years, and I was happy. And I don't know about you, but I need that Pikachu. In November of 2014, it was impossible to ignore the popularity of a game called Five Nights at Freddy's. Everyone was let's playing this game. Everybody was talking about this game. Songs, original songs about the game, not even covers, just fan songs were popping off. And I said, hey, no one's doing rock music about this. No one's making whatever you want to call it, metal, core, emo, whatever you would label it as. No one is making heavy rock music about this game. And that could be a, I guess, fun idea. Why not? And that would change my life forever. So I rolled with it. And I mean, I rolled with it. It molded my career. I made a lot of FNAF songs. And through that, I've collaborated with a bunch of big content creators that I've looked up to. I got to work on official songs for shows that I grew up watching. I've voiced in official dubs for anime that I love. It opened doors for me that I never imagined would be possible, and I'll be forever grateful for that. And now, after over a decade of writing music about other people's stories and having a Spotify library of over 300 songs, which is more than any musician should do in their lifetime, I think it's time to move on to other things. But not before we do this without one last big hurrah. On October 25th, 2022, I am releasing my compilation album called Scrap Heap. It has all of my fandom-inspired songs since In My Head, the Arcane song has Young Forever about Poppy Playtime, To My Grave, and 4 brand new Five Nights songs. There's a link down in the description if you want to pre-save it, and you can also pre-order a physical CD and or merch bundle. And if you order your CD or merch bundle before September 7th, I will autograph your CD. And I know I talk about burnout. I know I've been talking about how many FNAF songs I've made and how much I've been doing this. But in all honesty, I love these new songs. They might actually be some of my favorite tracks I've ever worked on. And that in itself feels like a really powerful ending to a very important chapter of my life, of my career, of this YouTube journey. As for what the future holds, I have a lot of cool things planned. I have a ton of projects that I'm basically working full time on that are not related to the regular stuff you used to, but I think you're going to like. In addition to being so excited to sharing those with you, I also want to open up the floor for other Give Heart artists to shine. I feel like I have been posting enough content of my own under my name, and I think there's space for maybe some new blood in the near future. And I'll still make music. That's who I am. That'll never stop. But as far as FNAF songs and fandom songs and things in that realm, this may very well be the last Nate Wants to Battle content you'll see for a very long time. So, all that said, let's try and blow this up and I'll see y'all soon.